Welcome to Pilates Teacher's Manual, your guide to becoming a great Pilates teacher. I'm Olivia, and I'll be your host. Join the conversation and the Pilates community on Instagram at Pilates Teacher's Manual, and visit buymeacoffee.com/Olivia Podcasts to support the show. Today's chapter starts now. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. Today is the end of year wrap up, celebrating the end of 2021. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2022. And looking also specifically at the stats from the lion's share of season 5. Seasons are always hilarious. I completely make them up as I go, and so I'm going to say that season 5 ends with the episodes that I have planned, probably in the end of February. So we'll look at the episodes from season 5 about June through December in 2021 and kind of see what was going on there, as well as sharing some of what to look forward to in 2022. I want to say a gigantic thank you to some new supporters on my Buy Me a Coffee page. Big shout out to Jennifer, Amanda, Kim, and Karen. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast and supporting the project. I look forward to chatting with you in a Zoom chat soon. We have such a great community over on Buy Me a Coffee. If you haven't checked it out, I really recommend that you do. And if this podcast is something that you enjoy listening to, if you'd like to chip in and buy me a coffee, that would be awesome. I really appreciate your support, and I'm glad that you're enjoying the podcasts. In the latter half of 2021, so much great stuff happened on the podcast. Some amazing guests, including Mickey Price Havard, Jocelyn Dustin, Denise Posnack-Gaffney, Bree Dumke-Helfrich, Danica Kalemdarolu, Mara Sievers, and Alex Phillips all joined me on the podcast to share their wisdom, their experience, and their story. One of my absolute favorite things to do is talk about Pilates with really cool people, and it was such a highlight to be able to chat with all of them on the show. In other episodes, Pilates Teacher's Manual this season talked about finding your Pilates community, about overcoming imposter syndrome, surviving a busy schedule, the evolution of teaching Pilates, overcoming doubt as a new teacher, and optimal theory. All super cool topics, and I could probably do even longer episodes on any of them. Really feel like I scratched the surface, but I'm glad that I was able to share some thoughts on all of those topics. Exciting news on the stats side of things. We broke 50,000 listens on the podcast, so that's super cool and exciting. Season 5, the episodes that aired in 2021, account for 11,300 of those listens. So that's super duper neat. It's really amazing to see how much the podcast has grown and how much it's resonating with you. So thank you so much for tuning in. The most listened to episode of 2021 was the Overcoming Imposter Syndrome with over 1,000 listens, 1,068 to be exact at the time of publication. People are listening all the time, so it was about that. Some of my favorite episodes were the evolution of teaching Pilates and discussing optimal theory, because I feel like I'm evolving so much as a teacher right now, and I'm really growing and changing and shifting my focus a bit. So those are topics that were really speaking to me. I'm really excited for 2022 to see how things change, how I change and grow. Top listener countries include the United States, Australia, and the United Kingdom. Top listener cities, however, are all in Australia: Sydney, Melbourne, and Perth. So big shout out to the listeners in Australia. That really made me smile when I was looking at the stats. Most popular app to listen to the podcast is Apple Podcasts, and people like to listen on their iPhones. So if that is you, I would love if you could go to Apple Podcasts, rate and review Pilates Teacher's Manual and Pilates Student's Manual while you're at it. And just share why you love it and what is most valuable so that can help other listeners find the podcast. And kind of exciting news, you can also rate podcasts on Spotify. So if you are in the minority of people like me who listen to podcasts on Spotify instead, you can now rate the podcast on Spotify. I would love if you're on Spotify to hop on and give the podcast 5 stars. That would be awesome. As a bonus for you this month, I will actually be releasing 3 episodes of Pilates Teacher's Manual, this little end of year review wrap-up episode, and 2 special guest episodes. Rachel Reese coming out on January 14th, that is next Friday, and Raphael Bender is going to be on the podcast on January 28th. It's going to be awesome. It's already awesome. We've already recorded these episodes, but they will be awesome to share. So be excited about that. A little bit of an update on podcast scheduling. I'm looking to publish 2 episodes a month in January and February. And then I'll be taking a brief hiatus in March while I finish up some projects that I'm working on in person. So that's hopefully going to be the schedule going forward. At least that's what I'm planning at this point, is to do 2 episodes a month for Pilates Teacher's Manual. And I'm going to be doing 1 episode a month for Pilates Student's Manual. That will be very delightful as well. Bottom line, 2022 is going to be an amazing year full of fabulous Pilates goodness, full of wonderful podcast goodness, lots of good things coming, lots of great things in store. I will definitely keep you posted and look very forward to sharing my thoughts on a bunch of new topics. Really looking forward to those coffee chats with Buy Me a Coffee supporters. It's so great to connect and hear what you're thinking about, what you need, and how I can best support you. Happiest New Year to you all. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for listening to this week's chapter of Pilates Teacher's Manual, your guide to becoming a great Pilates teacher. Check out the podcast Instagram at Pilates Teacher's Manual, and be sure to subscribe wherever you listen. For more Pilates goodness, check out my other podcast, Pilates Student's Manual, available everywhere you listen to podcasts. The adventure continues. Until next time.